They have a huge infrastructure. Like it's not just like you have small playground and then you have a big building. No, it's like I think I was not a happy parent some years back. We had issues with the school.
Hi, welcome to Yellow Slate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today, we have Ms. Ashwati, whose kids are studying in Epistemo Vikas Leadership School, which is in Nallagandla in Hyderabad. Let's speak to her and understand her honest opinion and perspective about the school. Thank you so much for joining us, ma'am. Thank you very much. Ma'am, to begin with, can you tell your overall opinion about this school? How do you like it, and is there anything that you don't like?
So I have two children studying at Epistemo. So the elder one is in 10th grade and the younger one is in primary section in 4th grade. So we have almost, I think, a decade association with Epistemo. Like when my elder one was in 1st grade, we enrolled him in Epistemo, and at that point of time, the school was brand new. I think it just started a year back or so. And we were really in a confusion, to decide where to enroll them. So that's when we thought, okay, let's give it a try. And it's like, nowadays you join in a school, you always have the option to take them out next year and join somewhere else. So we were in that mindset that let's see how it progresses, then we'll decide about the future. But then so far our association has been very great, and I would not talk much about my elder one because it's just 4 years, and we are really happy with the way he has also been growing up in the school. But my elder one, he had got a lot of opportunities. The school provides equal opportunities to every kid based on their interest. So my elder one was interested in public speaking, all those kind of areas, and he is today the head boy of the school. It's not kind of a biased thing that happens in Epistemo. That's we were one of the normal parents. We didn't have we didn't know anybody from the management, or we were from that background. But then I'm really happy that school has given equal opportunities to all the kids. I'm not talking about my son, I'm talking about the entire class, friends. They have all been growing up together since grade 1, and there had been initial ups and downs, to be frank. Sometimes when you search, you might see some negative feedback as well, because earlier years, to be frank, there had been some initial ups and downs, but then the school has evolved a lot from when it started, and the management has been really very strong to all the situations, and they have faced it in a very, very positive way. And it's we have seen that how the school has transformed from when it has started and how they are at today. So so same way with my children, I have seen that change. I don't even my younger one doesn't have any problem with the school, or he happily goes to the school. It's like their second home for them, and that's the reason we are still connected with the school. So we are extremely happy.
Fantastic.
Parents.
I think if the kid loves or enjoys and
Yes.
looks forward to going to a school, I think that's like half the battle won. And ma'am,
Exact.
can you tell us your fee structure? What is the fees that you're paying at the school for both your younger and elder son?
Yeah, so for the elder one who is in 10th grade, it's around tuition fee is around 2 lakhs per year. And apart from that, you have to pay the transport and the mess fee, which is optional. Few parents have opted, few have not, but I have opted for both. And for the younger one, it is coming to around 1.88 the tuition fee. So there's kind of, I think, 15,000 difference between the tuition fee. And honestly, when we were doing a lot of research on the schools, we have found compared to the other schools that we have researched, Epistemo fees wise is also affordable for people like us. So fees wise, we don't have any concern. Yeah.
Got it. And what is the amount that you're paying for the transport and mess or the food?
Yeah, transport, we pay around 45,000 a year, and mess is around 40,000 a year.
Got it. And speaking about the academic orientation of the school, what do you think about it? The quality of teaching and the kind of syllabus that they're following. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the quality of teaching is really very good. They focus on academics. They have the conceptual type of methodology, learning methodology, and they also have the regular assessment patterns like you have in any other good schools. So academics wise, they focus a lot, and they have good teachers as well. And the best part is like teachers are always approachable for the kids. Like my son, I just need to focus on my younger son because my elder son is almost like independent, and he connects well with his teachers and they help them. Because 10th grade, as you move on to the higher grades, I have noticed that teachers are very friendly to the students, and they are very approachable, and that's all the positive thing that we have found in the school.
Something that every parent is looking forward for in these days in a school is how do they balance both the academics and the co-curricular activities. So how is it happening at Epistemo?
Yes, so we were also one of the parents. We are also one of the parents who wants equal emphasis on both. It's not just the academics or it's not just the sports, but we have been very happy because if you look at their infrastructure, I'm not sure whether you have been to the school. I would request the parents visit the school first, because when we initially went to see the school 10 years back, in fact, it was a playground actually that attracted us to the school, because they have a huge infrastructure. It's not just like you have small playground and then you have a big building. No, it's I think they have just maybe 70% of the space is open if you go and look at the school. So that's what, as a parent, I would want my kids. We are in that city, we are staying in a city, and I always felt that they should go to a neighborhood where you have that serene, peaceful and calm environment. You have that open space, but I didn't want them to send too far away towards the outer ring road and the other side of the city. So Epistemo is it's within the neighborhood, but it's if you want to say, it's kind of a very peaceful, serene environment. And the kids, they have a beautiful swimming pool. They now recently they have completed the football turf. I think that would be one of the best, because I've not seen this kind of football turf in most of the schools, at least in the vicinity. And apart from all these, the school is away from the crowd, no pollution. It's like a very good environment where your child is spending most majority of the days. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So infrastructure wise, very, very I would give the highest rating as possible for infrastructure, considering the fees, because managing this infrastructure within this fees is really very difficult. I know, because I'm also from a civil engineering background, so I'm from a facilities management background. So compared to fees, the infrastructure they are giving us really very nice. Yeah.
That's nice to know, ma'am. And you seem to be happy with most of the aspects of the school. But if you have to be really critical and tell us where the school can still get better at, what are those areas?
Yeah. So I would say I was not a happy parent some years back. We had issues with the school. As I said, there had been ups and downs. So it's not you cannot have everything coming to you on the first day one of when the school started. Yeah. And we have been those initial parents, so we have seen. So what earlier, when we started, the main issue we had was that there was a garbage dumping area near the school. And then we had raised concern, and the management has made sure they fight with the authorities, and they moved that. This happened long back, maybe around 8 years back. So that was a concern we had with the school, and I was one of those unhappy parents those days. And they did did all those, like, whatever feedback, genuine feedback. It's not like, we also should be we also should know what are the feedback that is really genuine, like, that we need to express to them. So those kind of feedback, so that was taken care. Then we had issues with the road, because the road was not
the approach
good,
road,
and like, so that was also, like, right now the road construction, the approach road, the construction is happening. Then we had earlier issues with not, like, there was a issue with the CBSE affiliation. Maybe if you research all of these, you might find somewhere in the internet, because these are all, like, years back. I'm just telling how the school has evolved. So the management has been very strong, and, like, every meeting, whatever we have been telling them, like, it was all addressed throughout the years. And, like, that's how I'm like, from an unhappy parent, I am a totally happy parent today. In fact, initially there was a time when I thought, okay, let me change the school, because, like, but then it all was, like, streamlined, and now it's like, I will not say it was a smooth sail, because initially we had all those issues that every parent were concerned of. But now it's like, when they are enrolling the child today, I think they are getting the best in-class facility today, because, we have seen that. Yeah, improvement wise, like, again, we also had this concern, like, they introduced CBSE from grade 8 onwards only. So my elder one had been in that bracket. He had to choose CBSE from grade 8, because we were mostly opting for CBSE. But that also, like, because of parents' feedback, they have recently changed it. Now you have the option to choose the CBSE mode even from 5th grade onwards. So, like, whatever there are feedback, still we give feedback, and whatever we are giving, it's like, they take it up very seriously. So that is the best thing about the school.
Got it. That's so nice to hear. And while you seem to be happy with most of the aspects, would you recommend the school to any of your kith and kin? And if so, on what scale would you rate the school, with 10 being the highest?
See, I think there are many admissions that went with my references, because like, I do all the research before, doing, taking up any decision. So my friends are like, okay, you are recommending, okay, then, it's like that. So there are many kids who have taken admissions. There are friends here who have, like, they approached to me if any of their known ones wants to get admission in Epistemo. So it's like, but still I would not say, like, no school can be 100% perfect, right? We will still have that, like, few, I think around 5% of scope issues, of improvement is still there. And I'm sure, school is really taking up everything, like, but I'm confident that any genuine feedback any parent have, the school will consider it. It should be genuine. That's it. It's not like, my son wants to come late to school, please. I mean, you should also try to make sure that you follow the school's discipline as well, right? When the school is coming up with certain disciplinary measures, we also need to understand that that's beneficial for our children, instead of, like, giving that pushback or fighting back. So we are, like, from that, we think from that point of view, and we are extremely happy with everything that, the school is providing so far. But still, there are scopes of improvement. But then I don't think that is going to be a blockage for anyone, to enroll their child in the school.
That's great, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming forward and sharing all your thoughts. It will be of great help for other parents who are looking for good schools in your locality.